You're right. It does take me approximately 1 month of of profit from Snoopy's just to get enough money to take one taxi ride. Little weaker today. Oh, you know why? Because it's a Monday. Of course, on a Monday, expect a little weakness. Market's a little soft today. I guess we should hire an employee. They still got 54 cups. At this point, I think this is like when Radio Shack got bought. Like, we're only keeping Snoopy's around to, like, carry forward, like, a capital loss on our taxes. Please sell it. It's just disgusting. Bro, there's nothing to sell. I could just abandon the building, I suppose. You'll get your appliance money back. We should just have like a stand in the mall or something. Okay, what am I doing today? It's not work time yet. We need to buy some cups of coffee. Why is it doing so bad? Because we can only sell so many donuts a day. Each one of them makes us like $1 in profit. Or $1 in revenue. Hang on, I also before okay, you know what? Like, I don't know if we even have time for this shit. Opens in 1 hour. Spend 48 bucks going to the damn Costco. Run through the Costco. I gotta go to work, bro. Fuck Snoopy's. You know what? I'm sending out a text that's like, you're all fired. um, how do I close a business? It's just not working out. You can at least move the staff to Family Jewels. Okay, that now we're talking. My employees, Eric, you're now working at Family Jewels. And Ava, you're now working at Family Jewels. And then at Snoopy's, settings. Shut down business. Goodbye. I would like to terminate my rental contract. Holy cow, 23 grand in my pocket. Oh, no, no. And then Family Jewels. Let me look at the schedule here. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Now we're open every day. That's for certain. And what wasn't there like Ava likes to work halftime. Is this correct? Eric's on the cleaning station. That's my mistake. Let me check my employees. Ava. No, Ava likes full time. They both like full time. Okay. She doesn't like mornings? I think we trained that out of her. Someone doesn't like mornings. I remember that. Yeah, oh, that was Alexandra from Thrifties. She loves all my employees love their jobs, by the way, for all the concern trolling you guys have done. You know what we should do? Shared schedule for all days. Make sure we got Eric on cash register all days. Turn it off. Eric, you work 3.5 days a week. Ava picks up the slack on this one. And then you're gone. Ava's here. You're gone. Ava's here. You're gone. Ava's here. Now they're both working 28 hours a week. This is not right. Okay, that means we're going to open. You guys both want at least like 35 hours a week or something, right? How about we're open 9 to 8 then? Ava only works weekends? I think that we got rid of that in training. She finally decided she learned how to love Big Brother. Open 9 till 8. Simple 11-hour shift. 11-hour shift, 11-hour shift. Halfway through Thursday, you finally get to take some time off. Ava comes in. Now we're 6. Wait, this is too much, right? 61 hours a week is too much. Oh, no, it comes down like this. Oh, get rid of this. 39 hours a week, and she's going to work 38 hours a week. Well. Perfect. Okay. Looks beautiful. And then I can just clean the business. That's no big deal. Why is my dude so upset? I would never schedule them on alternating days. That's cruel. Thank you. But now I'm like, I don't know what to do with my time. Oh, because you sold Snoopy's. It's not a failed business. We sold high. Like, it wasn't getting any higher, at least. Okay, take me to Thrifty's Gifties. Why do I even own a... Oh, I own a car for when I buy stuff. That's right. I think, at the very least, we can spend a day watching TV. And then, how many paper bags you got? 233. You're still chilling. Don't lie to me, Walt. Give me a little honk shoe. Tomorrow we rise and grind. Absolutely. I was watching half a season of One Piece. Okay. They love it. They're going crazy over the store. It's a little unclean, but that's okay. I'm dirty, mean, mighty unclean. I'm a haunted man. Public enemy number 1. Understand? And now I would love to get my expensive gifts out there. I think I'm about to go Sips mode. Like the next... expensive jewelry. The next step is to go Sips mode, which is to just buy a gaming PC and start streaming in the back of the office all day. The more space we have in the jewelry shop, the more customers we can handle. We're going to be like, and I mean this in a positive way, we're going to be the Walmart of jewelry. Exactly. Hey, listen, everybody working at our businesses has 100% satisfied. Worst case scenario, they lose like 10% satisfaction from hearing me go, he's one shot. Why does your character hate his life? Excuse me. He's actually feeling a little bit better now. He does have minus 50% happiness because he has no home. I suppose we should probably... I mean, there's lots of personal goals here. These personal goals are so sad. Where's, like, be a good person? Leave a good legacy. How about... Look at this. Employ 100 people. Rent 20 apartments. How is that a life goal? That just sounds like... annoying. Yeah, where's 6,000 steps a day? He's not homeless. He just doesn't sleep in a house. He sleeps in a business that he owns. That's not homeless. He has a house. Okay, hang on. We need some paper bags. You can get some happiness in this game if you walk for like an hour in the park. Honestly, I got some happiness from taking my daughter to the park yesterday. Just gave her some sand toys. She went sicko mode in the sandbox for like an hour and a half. I got some vitamin D. Even got some sun. It works. $60,000? You should import jewelry, it's cheaper. We only serve American jewelry at this establishment, okay? We're a proud America First company here. We let Costco import the jewelry, and then we buy the jewelry from Costco, an American company. That's the way. My streamer. Canadian advertisements be like proudly made with real Canadians anthem gum. That's still a... That tweet cannot go off, but it makes me laugh every time I think about it. Did you know that there was a controversy in Canada because Heinz ketchup used to use... In Canada, Heinz used to use Canadian tomatoes. And then they switched to using American tomatoes. So then angry Canadians started buying French's ketchup instead because French's uses Canadian tomatoes. It was actually like a whole... it was a big deal, man. They probably teach it in business school. My mom got mad about it. My mom got kind of mad about it too. She doesn't even eat ketchup. I'll eat whatever ketchup. I don't really care. I will say... No Yeah, honk yourself, buddy. No disrespect to the French's Corporation, but like, I mean, if you ask me to pick a ketchup, I'm picking Heinz. But again, if you ask me to pick a mustard, I'm picking French's. It's a rivalry as old as time. You know what? It is really dark in here. Is there anything I can do about that? But we want it to be dark in here because we don't want people to be able to see the qubits properly. Then we can upsell them more easily. I like when stores play music. Bro, it's a luxury store. You literally... Why would you walk all the way to the other corner? Like, what's wrong with you? And a luxury store, people like to have a little bit more space. That's true. We could play some Brian Eno. It would have to be music for airports, though. It couldn't be like, Here Come the Warm Jets. Nobody's out here going into the jewelry store. They want to hear, like, Needle in the Camel's Eye. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba. Great album though. Did that get 100% on Pitchfork in the remaster? I know that Another Green World did, which is another great album. Family Jewels, we have to raise the price. Oh, maybe we don't have to raise the price. 1,270 per jewelry? Wait a minute, are we even making money on that? Scream, 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 scream. Hey, I'm running two businesses here. Because I think we're paying like almost $1,200 just to purchase the thing in the first place. Maybe not $1 at a time. Let's try 1,500, okay? Let's just see. If they hate it, whatever. We're not pricing this stuff to move. We can afford to hodl a little. Thanks for the assist, brother. Where'd your money go? It cost me $60,000 to spool up my expensive jewelry business. I liquidated all of my stocks for it. I know they tell you never to sell at a loss. I just had to eat the 0.0002% I was down. It drives me crazy. I just can't sleep. I'm so excited. I'm in too deep. Crazy, but it feels all right. Baby thinking of you keeps me up all night. Tuck-a-tuck, tuck-a-tuck, tuck-a-tuck. Oh, I didn't need to, my dude's bloated now. He screwed up his macros. I mean, we should just watch some TV, man. Should probably get an apartment. But then I gotta buy, I guess I could just move my bed over in my fridge. It'll help out my guy's happiness. But then I'm like, there needs to be like an advantage to happiness. Because otherwise, why do I care if my guy's happy? Ooh! Like, there's no negative consequence to it. So why would I care if his happiness meter is full? So why care about anything in this game? I mean, to some extent, there's some truth there. How did we go from $6 grand to, or $3 grand to 30 grand in one day with $8,000 of profit? They still love the pricing. That's crazy mode. Oh, that was just your revenue. Okay, I see. So we have $8,000 profit, but we took in like 27 in revenue. So we could, with more showcases, we could handle more customers per hour. We need to buy 2 more showcases and 1 more cash register and maybe some shopping baskets. Because the building is 40. We're only getting 15. Yeah. Okay. You also sold almost all your expensive jewelry? Oh, you're right. I sold like a quarter. That's crazy. I forgot where I'm even going here. What am I doing? I need, well, we could always buy like a stereo from IKEA. Where's my car? I mean, honestly, we should reinvest in the business like right away, man. Take me to Ica Bohog. Starting to scare me that I just know where it is on the map. Sims keeps a pallet of stereos in the bathroom at his house. That's so good. Oh, man. Sims is a funny guy. Excuse me, just gonna turn right by you here. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I gotta do another loop. That's my mistake. Can you do donuts? Listen, it's a sensitive subject. I'm kind of insane at driving. In all senses of the word. Just looking for a spot. I'll park here, but it's gonna. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to get into our driver's side door. We're gonna have to get in from the passenger side. When does it open? No wonder the parking lot was so empty. We got to do something about the frame rate in this IKEA, man. It's getting a little rough. Dude, that would be a sick prank to pretend to be insanely bad at driving, but then actually be like amazing at driving once you get on Canada's Worst Driver. Be like, yeah, I get in accidents all the time, but then like once you get on Canada's Worst Driver, they're like, okay, we're gonna have you go through this like obstacle course in reverse, and then you just go. The other great thing about Canada's Worst Driver is in so many events, they have like a cutout pedestrian like pop out of a wall or something, and then you have to swerve to avoid them. I would say 1 in 3 people, when they know that the cutout is going to pop out. 1 in 3 people, though, as soon as they see the cutout, just go, ah! And then just like speed up and smash it. It's kind of a scary, it's a scary show sometimes. You know what? I mean, I'll just level with you. In a luxury store, you would have like some modular seating. I might even pick up like the whole kit and caboodle right there. And you probably have like a carpet. I mean, I kind of dig like the whole thing they got going on here. I would put another table in there with a little plant on top of it. Sure. That's the table where you have the husband sit down, and then the clerk goes, "Do you want a water or something?" And you go, "Sure, I'll take a water." But then they don't come out with like Dasani. They always come out with some shit that's like a box of alkaline water, and you're like, "All right, I guess." What is this sitting? Get in, get out? I want people to feel at home inside of this store, because this store is a lifestyle store. Like, you don't just buy things from this store, you are like a customer of this store. Like, you would take an Instagram photo of yourself shopping inside of this store. It is ironic, because my guy has no lifestyle. It's true. Sure, there's some irony there. Can I tell you something as well? And this is something I'm struggling with. I always put my cart back, full stop. My time's not that valuable, and I like to be the change I want to see in the world. However, this is like, and even I bring my cart back in Costco, but, oh, I'm supposed to be cleaning the store. This is a weird one for you, maybe. I am happy when people don't bring their carts back in Costco. Sometimes you gotta park really far away from the actual like opening of the store. So you get out of your car and there's like a cart right next to you. And I just pick it up and I put my toddler in the toddler seat. And I'm like, thank you for not bringing your cart back. Because it actually like made my life a little bit easier, weirdly enough. So I still take my cart back, but if there's any store where it's okay not to, I think it might be Costco. It might not be, but it might be. It's probably still worse for the employees, though, now that I think about it, because they still got to gather the carts regardless, but... Plus, the Costco in downtown Vancouver has that cool ramp. I can't hold all this stuff. So, like, if the elevator's too busy, there's just a really, really long ramp you can take your cart down instead. It's a great time. Okay, let's see. My JBL loudspeaker. Should pop that down right here. It'd be nice to get like a wall or something there. I never took the ramp into the parking lot, psycho. It's like every Costco, but definitely like the downtown Costco on a weekend is, I mean, you will hate your fellow man for sure. Until you get in there, and then you're like, whoa, free samples of Tropicana orange juice. Okay. I looked at my customer capacity. We're going to expand, okay? But first I gotta... Oh, I left my hand cart inside again. First we're gonna I want this place to look nice. You know why? Like, because nothing matters in this game regardless. So, like, why not at least pick the things that you value, you know? And I value the aesthetics of this shop right here. This one's my baby. I've always wanted to open a jewelry store and then confuse it for a gift store 17 times in exactly 17 minutes. That's fine. Now, I need to purchase another... I need to purchase more showcases. Yeah, I haven't talked about it just because it's actually like a heinous Vancouver event. But there was like a murder in Vancouver, and it was like a mid-30s dad got stabbed to death outside of Starbucks in front of his wife and toddler daughter for asking guy to not vape. That story made me feel like a little sick to read. Partially because like it almost describes me to a T, but also because like, I mean, that really sends it home. You know, when you see like a murder and it's, you know, in another part of the city or something like that, you're like, I don't go there. Not saying they deserve it. I'm just saying like it's, you know, you can't relate as much. But the dude just hanging out in downtown Vancouver with his family, getting killed for asking someone to not blow vape smoke like in his toddler's face, like that, I could see that happening to me. Now I'm just gonna walk in the other direction though. Or maybe run in the other direction. It's not a bid. This people are. You guys watch too much Germa. It's not a bid. I'm being sincere with you. Especially because, like, you know, on Saturday there was like the elbow smash thing happened to me, and I was like, well, like nothing went wrong, but it was like a little sinister. And then it was like the next day that a dude got just randomly murdered, essentially. And I was like, I gotta move, man. I just stole their handcart. I'm sorry. You can narc on me for that one. Instead, I'll just leave it in this awesome parking spot. Bro, I was glancing. Watch yourself. Yeah, then I did the execution tier list. So it was like a pretty sickening couple of days. But I feel like I've come out on the other side like a little normal. That being said, I do think I have to move to the suburbs. Not that you can't also be killed in the suburbs, but at least nobody would be filming it, hopefully. Suburbs are scarier to me. Well, like, I don't know. We've talked about it before. Your risk of, like, experiencing crime is. I live in the city. Is higher in the city. But most of it is property theft, being harassed. You know, your risk in the suburbs is like if someone it wants you dead. I mean, that's where every episode of like Forensic Files starts, right? It's never like, oh, in downtown Manhattan, there's like an unsolved mystery. It's always like in some town you've never heard of in the Midwest. Like someone broke into their house and killed them. So I think like in the rural areas, I guess suburbs aren't rural, but like in rural areas you get like more heinous crime. I don't know. I don't want to go down this road, but we don't get more deliveries until frickin' Tuesday, man. This is nuts. We gotta go to the store again tomorrow. Real risk in the suburbs is death of the spirit. I'm like, you can hate me if you want. I live in the city. I like the city. My ass is getting kind of wistful for the suburbs. I think you can still maintain a fulfilling life in the suburbs just because, like, you know, there's no sushi restaurant within 20 minutes of you. That doesn't mean, like, your soul has to die. It was different before we had a kid because we could take advantage of the amenities in a city a little bit more easily. But nowadays, I don't have the time to do, like, cool cultural stuff anyway. And we have to eat at restaurants that have high chairs and ample space and parking. So I'm like, honestly, I think that pretty much means, like, the suburbs is... Maybe watch some movies. Yeah, there's some trade-offs. It would be weird to like go for a long walk and there be nothing but houses though. Like that seems crazy to me. You know your kid will grow up. I mean, like I don't have to make it like this. There's positives for a child about not being in the city proper in Vancouver as well. Like there's some stuff that we see on like at least a weekly basis that like I don't know how a 5-year-old reconciles that. You never lived in the suburbs? No, I spent like my whole teenage years in the suburbs. And I don't know. People are like, it killed my spirit. It was totally fine for me. It shows. I've lived in Vancouver for like 12 years. What do you want? I've seen the upper crust and I've seen the patina on the cast iron pan. I hated living in the suburbs for every minute. Why? I'm not like I see the suburbs being bad from the perspective of like having to own a car to then drive almost anywhere is pretty bad. But like the other thing is if we move to the suburbs, it would probably be the suburbs of Vancouver anyway. So you could still walk within like 10 minutes to probably like 17 different grocery stores. Countryside? No, that's not for me. Suburbs people are horrible. Car-centric design crushes you. I don't know. Maybe I'm just built different. Maybe I'm God's strongest soldier. Doesn't really bother me that much. When I'm in this, I mean, I live in a very walkable city. Hang on, what am I doing today? I don't have enough money to get. I gotta go to the bank and take out a loan. Hang on, give me a sec here. Is your kid gonna hang out at grocery stores all day when she gets older? No, I'll drive her ass to her friend's house. I sit out here for 3 hours till the damn bank opens. Okay, give me a loan for $30,000, please. Larry? Larry, you know I'm good for it. I need 30 grand. You know what? Honestly, I think I need 35 grand. We can definitely help you with that. Bro, I'm coming up. Can you imagine? He didn't even ask what for. I literally went to the bank and said, give me $35,000. And he said, we'll have it in your account in like the next 5 minutes. People in the suburbs get politely asked for change and they make a Facebook post telling all their friends, bro, I live in the city. I'm catching so many strays. My ass is dealing with shit that like 90% of chat is not dealing with on a daily basis. I'm dodging, like human turds, and I'm happy to do it. I'm seeing like, open drug use, and I'm crossing the street when somebody that looks insane is carrying like a steel rod down the street and smashing it into the sidewalk every time they take a step. People are like, they're angry at me, like they're doing headcanon that I'm like the guy who invented suburbs. Hang on. I live in San Francisco. I feel you, brother. Okay, you can insult me. Nobody else, though. Okay, place me here. Docket. I hear you, okay? Are we doing London? I haven't checked the Discord momentarily or recently. I would like to do London. Sorry, I should make my intention known. I don't know how many +1s we got though, or how many RSVPs. Squeeze me though. Also, I hate to say this, because again, I have a chip on my shoulder. When you pay big city prices to live in the city, you want to think that it's like better in every way. Maybe it's just like the novelty factor, but when I'm in like smaller town Washington State, going to stores with my in-laws, I'm like, actually, I can't believe I'm saying this. People are just nicer. They got smiles on their face. They're saying after you, after you. You almost feel like you're in this together. People are letting traffic through a little bit more than they do in the big city. Everyone just like it's just a slower pace. Whereas in the city, like people honk at your ass for stopping at a red light and not turning right immediately, running over pedestrians. Like everybody's in such a rush. Like I think they're more stressed out. I'm not saying they're worse people, but I think the lifestyle makes you a little bit more stressed out. So like whenever you're always late for stuff because there's always traffic, because there's a lot of people, because everybody's also late for stuff. And then like, one person makes you 15 seconds late because they don't want to run over a pedestrian. And you're like, ah! Meanwhile, your ass is just chilling in Mount Vernon. You're going to the Tulip Festival. It's a two-way stop. Someone's been waiting there for 30 seconds. You drive up very slowly, and they go after you, and you go, you know what, sir? You've been waiting after you, and they give you like a salute, and they say, thank you, young man. And that man was me. Also, I don't listen, this is not that relevant to my life, but Vancouver has like so many beautiful people in it. Everybody, there's like people trying to get into modeling, people trying to get into acting, like Olympic athletes, people, they take care of themselves, they ski, they swim, they jog, they run triathlons. I'm like a Vancouver 4, right? My ass is walking around Mount Vernon. I'm like, I could own this place in 6 months. I'm like a Vancouver 4. I'm like I don't get too high on my own supply too much. I would say I'm like a Mount Vernon 8. Like people would be turning their heads when I walk down the street a little bit. That's all I'm going to say, okay? The humblest streamer of all time. Yeah, Jerma's a Mount Vernon 9. Chibli with the face app filter, he's like a Mount Vernon 11. I like Mount Vernon. You can post this to Mount Vernon. I got nothing against Mount Vernon. They got a nice co-op grocery store that makes smoothies. I don't know if this is every small town in the Pacific Northwest, but the main street has 30 businesses and 9 of them are breweries and brew pubs. I don't know what that says about society. It seems like a pleasant place to be. That is all small towns in the Pacific Northwest, though. Okay. The East Coast, too? Yeah, craft beer really, like, took off, huh? Isn't Vancouver kind of a small town? Well, like, compared to, like, Jakarta, I suppose. But Mount Vernon, I think, literally has, like, 15,000 people that live there. It's pretty tiny. Oh, you know what? I don't know. You're right. I don't know if I turned my speakers on. It is on. Jakarta mentioned. Vancouver's number 69 on a top 100 cities tier list. Let's... And I hope you're not allergic because it's going to be dairy. You know what would be a very Chadly move right here? What if we went to the bank tomorrow and just paid back our loan? Docket? Chibli, are we... Are we doing London? I want to do London. I didn't know how many RSVPs we got, but I've left a 2-hour space open for London. Okay, that building legitimately came out of nowhere. How am I supposed... It's an invisible building? But people keep coming in my chat saying docket and then not answering my question. And Apollo... Oh, no, he was just typing. Okay, I take it back. Why are you such a big fan of Brexit? I'm being gaslit here, okay? I didn't vote for Ken Sim, okay? A lot of people are saying I voted for Ken Sim. I did not vote for Ken Sim. I voted for Roller Girl. Zoop, zoop. Wait, why am I even going back here? Oh, because it's the end of the day. I gotta go to sleep. Maybe watch some TV first. I don't know anything about British politics. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not being cagey. Um, British politics is like an action movie. Like, it moves too fast. I live in a country where historically, we change the prime minister like once every 10 years. The fact that, the UK, they change it every 10 minutes, it's like, it's too fast for me. They do be roasting each other. I do miss Canadian politics. Used to be like more British than American. It used to be like they'd stand up in Parliament and like do up the button on their suit, and then they'd be like, they would respectfully diss you. What my esteemed colleague would have said if their head wasn't full of Quebec-made Oka cheese is, and now like everyone would go, oh, sneak this in on CPAC, right, which is like our C-SPAN. Nowadays, they get up and say, many people are saying Meatball Ron has some of the best ideas that have ever, like, we went, unfortunately, just a little bit, I think we picked the wrong bedfellow in terms of political entertainment, but there is still heckling, though. Meatball Ron, listen, I'm not saying you gotta hand it to him, but Meatball Ron is really funny. You see the clip of him saying, he came to me and he was with tears in his eyes. He said, I need your help. I need your endorsement. I said, even if you got the endorsement of George Washington and the late, great Abraham Lincoln, I still don't think you could win. Anyway, that's, sorry. He's a comedy legend. I hate to say it. World's greatest bully. I did see the story. I don't know how I got the story, but it got fed to me that apparently Ron DeSantis is notorious for eating chocolate pudding with his fingers, which is fucking just psychotic. I just can't even imagine why you would ever do. I don't know if that's true. Like, I'm rife for misinformation. Like, I'm primed for misinformation on that because I want to believe it. But if it's been validated by Snopes or something, then I'm like, he said he only did it once. All right. Well, like, if I was insanely hungry and I only had chocolate pudding and no spoon, then maybe I would do it, okay? I probably wouldn't. I would try to, like, squeeze the cup into my mouth instead, but... Okay, let's save and exit to desktop. It's perfect.